Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first weekly review for subscribers only for Subverto Trading Club. We're short on time and I want to squeeze in as much as possible in these 15 to 16 minutes. So let's get right down to it. So, looking to chart Bitcoin here, I'm going to start with the monthly. On the monthly, I want to show the same market structure I showed you. We made a higher high and a higher low. So, we've broken the high that made the low on the monthly, and we go down to the weekly. So on the weekly, the high that made the low is somewhere close to 10,900. On the weekly, in this current market cycle that we have yet to break the high that made the low. The volume on this 40% move was pretty decent, and technically it's not a reversal yet. I want to go down to the 4-hour chart. So we have made the reversal and currently we are trading within a range from 8,900 to 9,930. This is the range Bitcoin is trading within. I think it's a boring range. I think this range is chopping a lot of people up. A lot of over leveraged people, I think, will be losing a bit of money here. The play for Bitcoin, I think, would require patience. Eventually, if a lot of people are going to be trapped in this range, I do expect some kind of a flush out. We have support here, what was previously pretty strong resistance. Also, price stalled here for a small little while before moving up. So we do have support here. We also have the 618 support slightly below it. So a flush to these levels would be a much better buy than trying to get in on this range. The thing with trading, is always it pays off to be patient. So I think either you buy the extremes of this range or you sell the extremes of this range. In terms of a swing play, I think that's what's most profitable. For confirmation, we do need to start finding support here and break that 10,700, 10,850 level so that we can build a higher high on a weekly. But a lot better movement in alts, guys. If you are trading shorter time frames, I think that's where your attention should be. We have made a strong reversal candle on a weekly time frame. Technically, we have not yet made a reversal. Swing, if you're looking to get in, I would suggest please be patient. Try to allow price to get out of this range, possibly flush out all the people who have longed late. The time to go long was here. If you followed the video, you would have had some kind of a position. We took the equal lows liquidity, and this was the time to be building along. This is not the time to be building along. Yes, you can take some long swing positions at the bottom of this range, but you'll be able to manage your risk well over here. A better play would be to just be patient and wait for this flush out if it does come. If it doesn't, then wait to find support above 10,000 and trade it up from there. Is the total market cap for crypto, and I have mentioned this on my Twitter already, and what I wanted to show you was these two monthly levels, one from the previous market cycle and one from this market cycle. And the previous market cycle, we have this monthly level somewhere close to 420 billion, and we held this price on a monthly close basis for the first 2 months before we broke down. Essentially, the third month we had a big candle close below this level, and what we did then was, in April, if you remember, all odds and crypto basically had a good run, and we got rejected exactly at this monthly level again, and you can see we never closed above it once we had broken it. And price also continued to make lower highs and lower lows on the weekly, but essentially I wanted to show you this monthly level. You can see it again over here, that we have done the same thing, made a big run up, had 3 months this time above this level, broken down completely below it, and the month of October we moved up and tested it. So this next month, the month of November, is going to be very critical. I think crypto as a whole, we need a close above this to understand that yes, price is going to hold up and we are still in a bull market. In terms of market structure, yes, you can see that we made a higher high and a higher low on a monthly, because this was the high that created this low and we did break this. So on a monthly time frame, this is still a reversal structure. But if we do look at what is happening right now, we've had 3 strong monthly candles down. The monthly candle on the previous month did not close above, or was not engulfing candle. So what we need is follow through, and for us to break this monthly level by closing this month above it. Altcoin market cap dominance is basically alts against BTC, and what we can see here is 3 previous market cycles before the one that we are currently in, the 2017-2018 market cycle, which all of 2018 and 2019 has basically been on a downtrend. And what we are looking at here is essentially these weekly levels. If you can see these weekly levels on every market cycle, once they were broken, we had strong impulses. So for this market cycle, here's the weekly level. It's at about 35 and we are currently at about 32. So I think that once we do break this, we can get a bit of an impulse. I do not want to say how strong or how high. Obviously, the previous impulses when alts were really gaining against BTC were a different story, but we can get some good price action. I want to zoom in to the daily, and on the daily chart you can see starting of October I did call this, but we basically turned resistance into support here, and starting of October I called this to be the point of maximum opportunity for odds against Bitcoin, and we've been up 6%. It's looking good. I do believe we can still trend up once we are out of this trend line and this trend line. We could see some good movements. It's a good time, so it's a good time to be trading odds against BTC, and it's been a long time coming. I hope you all are enjoying it as much as we are. For our alts chart of the week, I would like to point out to Bitcoin Cash. Whether you like it or not, whatever you might think the fundamentals for this coin are, we are pretty close to this, closer than Bitcoin for the halving. The chart looks absolutely primed to make some good moves to the upside against Bitcoin. There's a few things you can see. This long trend line from the December 2017 top, we are pretty close to it. You can see it's been very well respected over here, and we're going to get a reaction from this, guys. This is the weekly chart. You can see a very strong consolidation pattern over here. Since July we've kind of bottomed out, and this week we are going to still a few hours to go, but we have the possibility of breaking and closing over this weekly resistance level over here at 0.030. And if we do close above that, there would be a good risk adjusted opportunity to possibly catch a retrace into this level. And this is a strong buy for me, guys. This consolidation pattern over here looks like it's really tightened up and squeezed, and we are starting to find strength. It's only the beginning, and if this does start closing off this monthly resistance, we could have a good move up towards the next resistance, at least a 60 to 70% move. Those can be good gains. Once Bitcoin Cash gets impulsive, he always surprises everyone and he keeps going. So keep a lookout for this. This should be on your list, and try to catch this retracement onto the weekly resistance for a good risk adjusted buy. Dow Gold is the risk on, risk off identifier for traditional markets, and what we were looking for was this weekly support level to be holding. And apart from a few wicks, the week never closed below this, and essentially our bearish scenario was for the week to close below so that we can head down to the monthly support. But currently you see that we've held this and also made kind of a complex head and shoulders here. But essentially what we are looking for now is this daily resistance to be taken out. If this does get taken out, we have a target for the falling wedge upper trend line, and if that too does get taken out, this weekly resistance. I think this is the bullish scenario, and this is what is looking more likely for Dow Gold. Here we're looking at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq chart, as you can see, we made new all-time highs. Last week we were bullish in the report for indices and stocks, because on the weekly we had the highest weekly close in the history of the indices, and essentially yes, this was a very bullish sign. Also from the starting of October we've been following this really clean channel, and price has made a few good impulses, and currently you can see we are more towards the top of this channel. So as a trade, I would suggest to possibly trade this channel and see if you can buy pullbacks to the middle of the line, or if we go to the bottom of this channel. I think those would be the pullbacks to buy. Indices for us are a buy for the next couple of months. We do believe that this will carry on. I've pulled out a trend-based fib extension over here just to get a bit of an idea about where it is, possibly if this is going to go bull for a couple of months. I think this channel is too steep and price may not sustain this, but if we are to get a bit of an idea towards the end of this month, it is probable that we can get somewhere between the 2.618 and the 3 extension, somewhere to close to the end of the year. So be out looking for that, and do find places to manage your risk. If it is within this channel, then something to the bottom of this channel would be a good buy, but find a place to manage your risk so you can get in if you're not in already. Here we are with gold. We shorted this last week from this weekly resistance level down to the daily resistance. We're actually looking for another drop down and head towards the 4-hour support, but we had a bit of a reversal end of the week, heading towards the weekly resistance again. You can see we've tested it a few times, so the reaction is a little weak this time, but cautiously I would still short this level, considering the strengths in the indices, and try to catch a short, managing risk over here towards the daily resistance again. And if we are to break this level, I think we would get quite a clean retest to possibly get another bounce I'm not sure we have enough strength to head back to 1530, but yes, there would be a possibility of a long play if we do break this and retest it. Nat gas, if you had been reading our reports, we actually caught this at the absolute dead bottom. We actually tried to knife catch it a bit early once and missed it, caught the reclaim, traded it to the daily resistance, came back down, got stopped out, reclaimed again, and basically been holding it ever since. Obviously, taking profit at all major levels. Still have a small chunk of this, but all I wanted to say is if you are still holding it and if you have any nat gas, you should be careful heading into a strong zone of resistance. So, whatever little bit we do have, we will be looking to close a bulk of it if we do get here. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and share it with someone else. And if you have any questions about what we covered today, please leave them in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you or answer them in my next video. For more trading content and education, go ahead and click on the video on your right. Thanks for watching, guys, and cheers!